Well, it is November 9th, 2023. 30 years after the release of Midnight Marauders by A Tribe Called Quest. Been needing to get back to more Tribe. What better opportunity than this? Today's a Thursday. I'm off on a Thursday. Kind of strange. This is the first time in my professional career since having a job, since joining the military in 1999, I get Veterans Day off. Now, Veterans Day is on a Saturday because of my schedule and the way it works. I get today off. And it's kind of neat. You know, like, it's fun for me to finally get a Veterans Day off, which I'm not a huge holiday person. There's a couple I really enjoy, but I got to tell you, it is frustrating as shit to have to go to work when my wife and son are at home off school because it's Veterans Day and my ass has to go in. So I've been having a great morning. I've just been kind of chilling. I figured, you know what? I'll do a recording on Thursday. It's the 30th anniversary. Perfect timing. And just have some fun. Have some fun. If there's any veterans out there, happy Veterans Day. I hope you're having a good one too. I hope you get it off. And yeah, Tribe, man. More Tribe, which is good. You know, Low End Theory, I remember enjoying Low End Theory. I think I was more into the lyrics than the production. I think the production was cool, but I do have to say that with Low End Theory, I don't really go back to it very often. That's becoming more true with most albums as I get through more and more and more albums. You know, there's only so much time in the day, right? And so not a lot of albums I go back to very often. I listened this morning, I listened to The Never Story again by Jid. Oh, god damn, that album is good. I like Jid. I'm ready for some new Jid. Anyway, with this album, I was reading a little, what the hell was it? I was reading something somewhere on the internet, so it must be true, but I kind of have a little bit higher expectation on the production side for this one. Not that the production was bad on the other one, it was fine, but I guess this one's a little bit more jazzy. They bring a little bit more on the sound side for the album, and I look forward to that. Lyrically, I don't remember anything offhand, honestly, right now, but I do remember enjoying their lyrics. You know, this is conscious rap. It's fun for me because kind of got a little burnt out on the gangster rap, so shifting lanes, getting over into here, a little bit more focus on the rhyming schemes and some double meaning and stuff like that. I don't know if Tribe really gets too heavily into that. I think they're more of just the message, you know? But it's fun to also think 30 years ago, man, 30 years ago, what has changed? You know, what remains the same? What are they going to say in this album that still rings true today? Unfortunately, there's probably going to be a lot, unfortunately. And it is kind of wild because for me, getting older, watching society shift, watching certain things become what they are and certain things no longer allowed. I don't want to get too specific. I don't want to like trigger anybody or flare up any like political bullshit, but it is kind of wild how things will change, but then there's so many things that stay exactly the same, you know? Anyway, with this album, 14 tracks, 51 minutes, pretty concise. I like that already. I'm kind of excited about that. There's only 2 music videos that I found, Award Tour and Electric Relaxation, I believe. Those will be Patreon only. If you're watching on YouTube, if you join Patreon, there's no ads. I really like pushing this no ads thing. It used to be it's all uncut, which is true. It's uncut. There's also MP3 format if you only want to listen. But Patreon's $2 a month. You can enjoy this without YouTube just pumping ads down your throat because these videos gets claimed by the copyright owners, the record label basically, and they just fill them with ads so they can just make money off it, you know? So there you go. Let's jump in. I'm excited. I've been having a lot of fun. Last week I was sitting down. I spent time with Common's B album. It's just what a fucking joy that album was. So fun to listen to. Great production. And so I'm hoping this is kind of continues that feeling. I mean, I know they're basically, what are they, 20 years apart? Yeah. Or no, 10 years apart, not 20. It'd be kind of neat to see if maybe there was some inspiration drawn from this album, you know, by Common. If how much, I don't know. I have to assume he was probably at least a fan of Tribe. I know Tribe was pretty inspirational to a lot of people. Kind of had a big impact on the culture, especially with like fashion and stuff like that. I remember watching the hip hop documentary on was it Netflix? I can't remember. Hip Hop Evolved or something like that. The multiple show series. A very cool series. If you haven't watched that, please watch it, even though I can't remember what it's called. You'll find it. You'll figure it out. Okay. Track 1 is called Midnight Marauders Tour Guide. It's like a little intro. It's 45 seconds. So we'll roll in with this one, and then we'll let it just spill right into track 2, which is Steve Biko. Stir it up. I believe all the production. Oh, it's not all. Oh, maybe it is. No, it's not all produced by Tribe. So there's some other, at least one other producer. Anyway, we'll drop in, kind of let these two roll together. And yeah, finally getting back to some Tribe. Midnight Marauders, 30th anniversary. Dropping into the intro, which is Midnight Marauders Tour Guide, produced by Tribe. Here we go.
Hello. This is your Midnight Marauder program.
Ah, neat.
I'm on the front of your cover. I will be enhancing
this is fun.
cassettes
This is fun.
and CDs with certain
This was
facts
high tech
you may
back in the
find
day. Oh my
beneficial.
God. It's like a computer talking to you.
The
Oh my
average
God.
bounce meter for your Midnight Marauder program,
Precise, bass heavy, and just right. Fuck yeah. Here we go. Rolling to track 2, Steve Biko. Oh yeah. I really hope this is like very jazzy. Like I'm kind of in that space. This is why, another reason why I picked this album. I would love to hear some jazz.
Represent, Tribe Called Quest, represent.
Yeah.
When the mic is in my hand, I'm never hesitant. My favorite
Yeah.
jam back in the day was Eric B for president. Rude boy composer, step to me, you're over. Brothers wanna flex, you're not Mad Cobra. MC short and black, there ain't no other. Trinity born black like me, your Long's grandmother. Tippin' shot, they all that. Pipe dog ditto, honey, tell you man.
Oh, this sounds
Or else you'll be
great.
a widow. Did not you know that my style's a top dollar? The 5-foot assassin, I can fleas off his collar. Hip hop scholar, since being the hot to a duck. The hide of Muggsy Bogues. Complexion of a
Muggsy Bogues. I've heard that name in forever.
Come to a Tribe show and watch the 3 kids rip.
Queens in the house, represent. A Tribe Called Quest.
Nice.
Represent,
This is cool.
represent. No teaming of the style, cause it gets irreverent. A Tribe Called Quest, represent.
I like the represent,
You know
Zen.
that I'm the rebel, throwing out the wicked like God did the devil. Funky like your grandpa's drawers. Don't test me, getting like that.
Funky like
You're
your
dead
grandpa's
Presley.
drawers.
When we coming through, get tickets to see me. We work for the paper, so there'll never be a preemie.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is a great start. Great start. You know, I'm thinking too, 93. I'm not super familiar with early 90s hip hop, but I know, gangster rap was kind of starting to make its way into more of the mainstream. I think this is right before Chronic, right? Which was a big one that blew up. And I know NWA and stuff like that, but I'm just trying to picture myself in that, the early 90s. I was 13 years old when this came out. Early 90s, and then, just the idea of putting this on. Especially if you're wanting something a little different. 94 was when I found something a little different. This little album called Undertow by a band called Tool. And the cool thing about that, a friend let me borrow it over the weekend, and I listened to it, and it was just this thing of when I put it on and I listened to it, it was like, oh my God, this is what I've been looking for. And I never knew I was looking for this. You just kind of discover something that you go, this is it. I had this is what's been missing from my musical life, And so I wonder how many people are out there in the hip hop world putting this on going, oh, this is, oh my God, because that shit is so much fun when it happens, especially when it's a new album and you listen to it for the first time. Oh, it's just the best.
Don't get me wrong, violence is not a forte. I just like to rhyme, kick the lyric skills like Pele. Filling with some fantasies and I look out like that.
Okay, I am recognizing that the voice inside my head
cool.
is urging me to be myself and never follow someone else because opinions are like voices we all
Wow,
have.
they're keeping it going for a long time.
All of your ears, these are my views, and you will find that we revolutionize over the kick and the snare. The ghetto vocalist is on a statewide tear. Soon to be the continent and then the freaking globe. There's room for it all as we mingle at the ball.
God, just great production. Great
damn
beat.
hard. Try to be the fattest is the level that we strive. Try to be the fattest also to stay alive.
Oh wow, and it just stopped. Holy shit. That was great. Okay, all right, we get it. We're starting with the heart. God, I almost want to give the intro a heart, even though it's just a stupid little intro. Fantastic. Like I was hoping. Come on, just please. Every now and then, well, we've all gone through this, right? You get a new album or whatever. It's different now because you can just stream it. It used to be, back in the 90s when you had to fucking plop down $15, $20 for a CD. You're just like, please be good. Please. I'm spending all of my week's lunch money on this, even though my parents told me don't blow your lunch money on a fucking CD, which is what I used to do. Please be good. And then you put it on, and you're like, oh, thank God. Now I'm not as hungry. Right? It's shitty when you're really hungry and listening to music that ain't that great. Great beat. What a fucking great beat. Let's go through some lyrics. I didn't really touch on it. I feel like I'm getting better at absorbing the sound now. Where before it was always the lyrics, right? Now I feel like I've gotten better at just listening and enjoying the whole sound. But I have noticed that because of that, sometimes I forget to talk about the lyrics, which is something I love. Let's see what we got. Where was it? I like the whole represent Zent. Represent Zent. That was cool. I like this, just kind of like this little added bounce in there. Honey, tell your man to chill or else you'll be a widow. Oof. Did you not know that my styles are top dollar? The 5-foot assassin knocking fleas off his collar. Hip-hop scholar since being knee-high to a duck. The height of Muggsy Bogues. Complexion of a hockey puck. Muggsy Bogues, short, very short, but successful NBA basketball player. I remember really enjoying playing Muggsy Bogues in the arcade game NBA Jam. There's another flashback, huh? If you're around in the 93 day playing NBA Jam in the arcade. Muggsy Bogues. Let's see. You know that I'm the rebel, throwing out the wicked like God did the devil. Funky like your grandpa's drawers. Don't test me. We didn't like that. You're dead like Presley. Elvis, I guess, dead. I suppose. Lyrics abundant because we got it by the mass. Egos are at idle because the music is the task. That was a line I really, really liked right there. Put my ego aside. Let's make great music. Great music. Successful so far. Stir it up. And then who's Steve Biko? Is this the person who was an anti-apartheid activist in South Africa? Okay, he founded the Black Consciousness Movement and was killed during interrogation by police. I'm sure purely on accident. Poor cops. Oopsie, we killed another revolter. Oops, right? Oh, boy, jeez. It just always seems to happen, doesn't it? This is basically a reference to the quest aim to uplift their black listeners. Okay. Where were we? MCs like to meddle, but here's my proposition. I let my lyrics flow and juxt your whole position. Juxtaposition is the word. I can't define it right now. Juxtaposition. It's kind of like a two different... I can't define it. I would love to try and pretend, but all I'll do is reveal my stupidity in the moment. Which is fun to do, but there's plenty of time for that later. We got plenty of time for me to be stupid. No worries there. I'm radical with this like the man this song is after. Yo, Tip, settle down. What's the reason for the laughter? I really can't say. I guess I laugh to keep from crying. So much going on. People killing. People dying. But I won't dwell on that. I think I'll elevate my mental. Thanks for these bars on the Biko instrumental. Well, there's one of the things that is still remaining the same after 30 years. People killing and people dying. I'm recognizing that the voice inside my head is urging me to be myself. Never follow someone else, because opinions are like voices. We all have a different kind. So just clean out all of your ears. These are my views, and you will find that we revolutionize over the kick and the snare. The ghetto vocalist is on a statewide tear. And that was the part where they were skipping the record, and I was really surprised that they kept it going for as long as they did. Soon to be the continent and then the freaking globe. There's room for it all as we mingle at the ball. We welcome competition because it doesn't make our one lazy or worn. We got to work hard. You know the damn card. Try to be the fattest is the level that we strive. Try to be the fattest also to stay alive. Cool jam. Really fucking cool jam. Let me back up. It dropped right. I mean, it didn't even miss a beat. It dropped right into track 3, which is called Award Tour, which is one of the music videos. Featuring Trugoy and produced by Tribe. Let's drop in track 3, Award Tour. It sounds, the balance is odd. It's like his voice is over here.
People give you ear, so I be sublime. It's enjoyable to know you in the concubines. Niggas, take off your coats. Ladies act like gems. Sit down, Indian styles, you recite these hymns. See, lyrically, I'm Mario Andretti on the Momo. Ludicrously speedy or infectious with the slow-mo. The 80s JVs on the promo. Him, I never end the quest to get the paper on the caper. But now, let me take it to the queen side.
Oh, cool shift.
I'm taking it to
Cool shift in the production there.
Who invade the air. Hold up a second, son, cause we almost there. I learned how to build mics in my workshop class. So give me the sword and let's not make it the last.
This part right here, the vocals sound odd. It's like it's muted on the right side or something. But, whatever. Cool, just again, overall, really very cool sound. Super chill, but just crisp too.
I never let a statue tell me how nice I am. Coming with more hits than the Braves and the Yankees. Living mad fat like a oversized man. B. The wackest crews try to diss it makes me laugh. When my track record's longer than a DC-20 aircraft. So next time that you think you want something here, make something different, take that garbage to say elsewhere.
Cool hesitation there. Oh, they extended it that time.
Seven times out of 10, we listened to our music at night. Thus spawned the title of this program.
Ah, okay.
The word maraud means to loot. In this case, we maraud for ears.
Interesting. I actually really like that they put that in there, because I was kind of wondering, Midnight Marauders, I didn't really understand what that meant. So the idea of we listen to our music at night mostly, and we're out there marauding for ears, we're looting ears, getting in your head. And really, God, that's really like a brilliant way of trying to describe what you're doing, what you're trying to do. Getting a message out, trying to put something positive into people's heads, elevate, like he was saying in the previous track, elevate our thoughts. That's cool. That's really cool. It's funny to hear this, I feel like it's a fake. It sounds so choppy. Like, I don't know, maybe they did use like a digital speaking thing or something, but it sounds like somebody pretending to be the computer, and speaking into the mic. Anyway. Cool jam. Let's go over some lyrics. Yeah. Like a word tour gets a heart. Let's see what we got. People give your ears, so I be sublime. It's enjoyable to know you and the concubines. People take off your coats. Lady acts like gems. Sit down Indian style as we recite these hymns. Lyrically, I'm Mario Andretti on the Momo. What is the Momo? Momo is an Italian company that manufactures the steering wheels used in Formula One. How specific? Okay. Ludicrously speedy or infectious with the slow-mo. I like that. I wonder if that's why they pulled out Momo, just to rhyme with slow-mo. Yo, I need something that rhymes with slow-mo. I don't know, man. What about that steering wheel company? Right? Oh, yeah, sure. Heard me in the 80s JBs on the promo and my never-ending quest to get the paper on the caper, but now let me take it to the Queen side. I'm taking it to the Brooklyn side. All those resident questers are invading the air. Hold up a second, son, because we're almost there. You can be a black man and lose all your soul. You can be white and groove, but don't crap the roll. What does this mean? Q-Tip suggests that you shouldn't make race-based assumptions of people. I agree. Don't crap the roll as an idiom that means if you're playing, play to win. A tacit challenge to anyone who feels that they want to pick up the mic. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. See, my shit is universal. Universal if you got knowledge of Dolo. I still don't remember what Dolo is. Or Delf or Self. See, there's no one else. Who can drop it on the angle acute like that, which is a type of angle. So who that, do that, do that. Cool part right there. Run to the others. We're the brothers. Learn how to build my mics and workshops. Or tour. What else? There's a couple in here. This back in '89, I simply slid into place, buddy, 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 all up in your face. But what was the buddy, buddy, buddy? Oh, Fife's rhyming debut was the extended 12-inch mix of Buddy by De La Soul. Ah, okay. Q-Tip also features mentioned earlier. Okay, okay. I don't know if I've heard Buddy, buddy, buddy. I've listened to the first De La Soul album. Some said Quest was whack, but now is that the case? So far, no. No, this is damn solid so far. What was the part about his track record being as long as a DC-20? Shit was funny, man. The wackest crews try to diss. It makes me laugh when my track record is longer than a DC-20 aircraft. That's pretty long track record. It is the length of a plane. Yes, indeed. That's a long track record. Okay, good. This is everything I was hoping it would be. Let's move on to track 4, which is 8 Million Stories, produced by Skeff Anselm. Here we go. Track 4, 8 Million Stories.
Went to Carville to get a milkshake. This honey ripped me off all my loop kicks. Oh yeah, there's money in my jacket. Somebody broke into my ride and co-macked it. Yo, Tip, I tell you, man, the devil's trying it. But I'm gonna stay strong,
a little bit,
I ain't buying it.
A little bit colder, a little bit darker right here.
You know I got to look dipped in the fresh to gear. Cool, I found something, so I ironed it. I think I caught up on the phone, oh shit, I'm frying it. Will someone tell me what did I do to deserve this? I think I'll pull out my seat for Sunday service. My little brother wants Barney, cool, I'm getting it.
Trippy sound in the background there.
Here we go with the crying, yo, he's throwing fits. My blood pressure's blowing up, I can't take the shit. I finally got what he wanted, now he's good to go. Again, the ride was smashed. Where's my radio? Everybody knows I go to Georgia often. Got on the flight and I ended up in Boston. With all these trials and tribulations, yo, I've been affected. And to top it off, stars got ejected.
Problems. Tripping.
Woe is me, I'm having problems.
Woe is me, I'm having problems.
Just last week, my girl was stressing me. Now her best friend be undressing me. While I was loving her by the moon ray. Now I'm tricking on her like Kente. Bought a bag of ism from the smoke shop. Walking towards the car, here come the damn car.
Here comes the damn
now
car.
I'm station bound for the tie sticks. I bought it for my man, I don't believe the shit. Coach sat me down from the ball team. Cause I was breaking niggas on the end seams. Some niggas cross town was trying to stick me. All I had was shorts, $1.50. Picked up this girl in the hoopty. Just because her aunt, she tried to suit me. Pay for this, pay for that, loop for nails and hair. Who the hell you think I am, Mr. Belvedere?
Mr. Belvedere. There's another flashback.
You give me boots, you never see my loop.
Yeah, there is kind of neat sound here. Just the feel of this track, it does feel a little... It's not as happy, and it is... I don't know how or why it is. It'd be kind of neat to have somebody, really do a deep dive into different types of productions and why some sounds are associated with certain feelings and other sounds kind of like this feel a little colder, a little darker, a little bit more anxious, This is kind of a neat track. The first verse too, I was initially going to pick on it a little bit because it's somewhat disjointed, but as the song continued to play and I settled into it, it does feel more like the disjointedness feels right. Because when you're stressed out and you've got problems, it's hard to keep shit straight. It just feels like everything's kind of coming at you from all these different angles, and it's hard to focus on something because you're always being distracted by this other problem, and now this other problem, and so you go through this lyric or this verse. He's talking about his car getting broken into and his jacket getting stolen, and doesn't have anything to wear. I gotta look good. Found something, ironed it, got caught up on the phone. Someone tell me, he's talking on the phone. Will someone tell me what I did to deserve this? I think I'll pull out my suit. My little brother wants Barney Cool. I'm getting it. I guess that's the toy, right? Took him down to KB. They ain't selling it. Here we go with the crying. Yeah, he's throwing through it. My blood pressure's blowing up. I can't take it. Finally got what he wanted. He's good to go again. The ride was smashed. Where's my ride? Just kind of all over the fucking place. Although I guess it is kind of in line with a story. But then he drops into, where the hell can Nikki be? I'm going to smack her up. I got tickets for the Knicks. She cold stood me up. It's just all these different things kind of flying through. So it felt a little disjointed, but it should be disjointed, right? Problems never come through clean and wait in line and patiently, okay, this problem solved. Okay, next problem, please. No. They just fucking fly in, don't they? They just fly in. Pulled out my book of hoes. These 90s references. I talked about Mr. Belvedere earlier. Fucking Barney the dinosaur, right? That's one. But just the idea, a book of phone numbers. That was the thing. You didn't have anything. You had to write that shit down. You had to keep it with you. If you lost the number, fuck. I lost the number, yo. Where's the number? That's funny, man. It's funny how things change. Stressed out more than anyone could ever be, forever trying to clear the samples for my new LP, which was kind of new there, right? Around this time frame when people started getting sued. I remember Public Enemy kind of complaining about that. I think they got sued for using samples and stuff. And so that was the change in the industry that had to go through. Top it off, Starks got ejected. Who was Starks? John Starks, shooting guard for the Knicks. Okay. That's funny too, right? Like, who cares? It's the sports team. But we got all these problems, the things going on. It'd be nice to have something go right. Even like the sports teams that you root for. Like they can't even win. I've had all this shit happen today, and even the team I root for loses. God. What's going on? Girl was stressing me. Now our best friend's undressing me. Oh my. I bought a bag of ism from the smoke shop, walking towards the car. Here come the damn cops. Station bound. Don't believe this shit. Bought it from a friend. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's finish this one up. Cool song. A little bit. I like the tone of the production. It does feel like Problem.
Love beats and fight for 93. You know what I'm saying? Drop on West. Shahid and Tip. This is how we flip. My man Muhammad in the house. Zulu Nation in the house. Sub Rock is in the house.
This is cool. The song kind of takes a turn. Kind of like shedding the problems out, focusing on positive. This is kind of cool.
My man Lytro in the house.
Very cool. Very cool. I'll let it finish. I'll talk about why I'm going nuts. Atrocity, and the production's fading out. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that before. That kind of outro. Two things I take away from the second half of this track is, the first two verses, it's all these problems, right? And the chorus, all these problems, I'm having all these problems. But then he goes, lay down your burdens by the riverside, which is this like biblical? No, let's see. Laying one's burden down by the riverside continues the theme of religiousness as it is reference to the gospel, spiritual, down by the riverside, covered by a number of artists. I don't know that song. Fife is going to leave behind his problems and cleanse away the evil surrounding him. Yeah, and so you got this concept of where are we? Laying your burdens down. You'll be all right. And then what's he say? Love Peace from Fife for 93, Tribe Called Quest, Shahid and Tip, This is How We Flip, my man Muhammad. He starts listing off all of his friends, his community, his support structure, essentially He's just saying all these people in the house. And I don't know, maybe I'm reading a little too much into this, but it feels like lay your burdens down, let it go, and be with your friends. Be with those who can help you, who can support you, etc. Bad idea. Good idea. I like that. Just let it go. Spend some time with people who are positive in your life, whoever that is. But then, the help me out, Paul, I'm having problems. And this feels like this final chorus, maybe it's almost like a accepting the need for help, I suppose. I can't take this anymore. Let's see. Not so much I can't take this anymore, but just almost like a prayer. Help me out. And it even says, help me out, God. Really need you. Help me out. Really need you. Just help. It's almost like praying, just letting it go. Letting it go. And what's strange is the production starts to fade, goes away. And I think that makes sense in the terms of if the production is kind of cold and distant, maybe that feeling of cold and distant goes away, especially if you set your problems down and you put yourself into a community that is supportive, whether it's friends, family, whoever. But then the end is just, Q-Tip's just help me. That's kind of, I don't know, man. It's almost like this darkness that's still lingering behind, even after you do all that. Because you can, of course, lay your problems down. You can seek help and be around friends. But that don't mean the problems go away, So this is really kind of, it's called 8 Million Stories. I don't know. It's kind of neat. It's almost philosophical. It's this idea of trying to help somebody out, think about marauding your ears, looting your ears, putting these ideas into your head. Maybe they're trying to create this song. Let's try it. Let's make a song that will help people deal with their problems, but also at the same time make them realize their problems don't just go away. And that's true. That's life. You got to manage these things. They don't go away. You just learn how to manage them a little better. Neat. Neat. Pretty cool. Trippy ending. I'll put a heart. Why not? All right. Track 5 is called Sucka Person. We'll say Person. Produced by Tribe. Drop it in. Track 5.
Hey, sucker nigga, whoever you are.
I wonder where this is from. This sample. Sampled from the Busy Bee versus Rodney C routine in the classic old school hip hop flick Wild Style.
Turn everything up in the headphones. Include my vocals. Yeah, that's good. And my vocals.
Nice little
Put the other bass line. I be hating sucker MCs and the sucker niggas, posing like they hard when we know they damn hard. What you figure? Round wise, I do the figure 8 so concisely. Musically, we are the herbs, so sit back and like me.
Oh,
Inhale.
nice.
Reminiscent of a whale. Young girls' desires for the females' dreams. I'll be the abstract poetic representing from Queens. Socially, I'm not a name. Black and white got game. If you came to the jam, well, I'm glad you came. See, nigga first was used back in the deep south, falling out between the dome of the white man's mouth. It means that we will never grow. You know the word, dummy. Upper niggas in the community think it's crummy. Sucker niggas. Nigga. I throw the sucker in the front. Throw the words that front. Sucker niggas. Nigga. I throw the sucker in the front. Throw the ones that front. Sucker niggas.
Interesting. So the UOP on the annotation refers to an Uzi machine gun. This term is mentioned often in the early 90s New York rap songs. UOP also refers to two blunts connected to each other to make an extra large blunt. The term engulfs the user to the point where they can't help themselves no more. Okay. Interesting. Let's kind of go through this. Well, actually, no, let's let the song keep playing. I just wanted to mention that specific part, but let's keep playing, see where it goes. This is kind of interesting. I've never heard a song that really kind of goes into the word, and so let's see what he has to say.
I be hating sucker MCs and the sucker niggas, posing like they hard when we know they damn hard. What you figure? Rhyme wise, I do the figure 8 so concisely. Musically, we all the herbs, so sit back and like me. Inhale.
I love that. I love that pause. Inhale.
Young girls desire desires hold the female's dreams. I'll be the abstract poetic representing for Queens. Socially, I'm not a name, black and white got game. If you came to the jam, well, I'm glad you came. See, nigga first was used down in the deep south, rolling out between the dome of the white man's mouth.
I like the record scratching. I always like that.
You're not any less of a man if you don't pull the trigger. You're not necessarily a man if you do.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this song. I mean, I feel uncomfortable, a little uncomfortable listening to it. Like, just imagine me, right, driving down the road with my windows down, radio's all blasting, and I'm playing this song. Not a great look, right? This outro, you're not any less of a man if you don't pull the trigger, not necessarily a man if you do. Pulling the trigger. And what's he saying in the track? My lips is like a ooh-op, I start to spray it. What's he talking about? The word, saying the word. Upper people of the community think it's crummy, but I don't. Neither does the youth, because we cause embrace. Wait, neither does the youth, because we cause them. Brace adversity goes right with the race. I start to flinch as I try not to say it, but my lips is like a ooh-op. I start to spray it. So this word, this is really kind of a fascinating song. I'm honestly disappointed that the second half of the song is just a copy paste of the first half of the song. I was hoping he would go a little further, but there you go. So he just says it all the time, like spraying an Uzi, like pulling the trigger. But then you've got this outro, which is the idea you're not any less of a man if you don't pull the trigger. So really just seems to be like this idea of, you know, should this word be said all the time, everywhere, or at all, honestly, you know, by the black community. And if you go into, well, let's see, what was he talking about earlier? I've heard other people say this before too. It was talking about, you know, it was first used in the Deep South, falling out between the dome of the white man's mouth. That means that will never grow. You know the word dummy. Where was it? It was about like taking it back. Shit. I don't know where it was. I thought it was in there earlier. Maybe I confused. Oh, here we go. It goes right with the race, and being that we use it as a term of endearment. People start to bug. To the dome is where the fear went. I guess the lyrics did actually change a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention. Now little shorties say it all the time. A whole bunch of people throw the word in the rhyme. We use it as a term of endearment. There's a story I shared before. So I used to be in the military, obviously, like I said, a Veterans Day, I'm a veteran and all that. I was in the Navy, and then when you do the boot camp in the Navy, when I went through, they really pushed this word on you. It's called shipmate. Shipmate, you know, the idea we're all shipmates, we're all in this together. Because when you're out on an air carrier or a fucking cruiser or destroyer, whatever, like nobody's out there to help you. It's just you. And it's a bunch of goddamn kids basically running around running these boats, right? So the idea that they try and push on you is shipmate, help each other, we're all in the same boat, literally. But it's used anytime somebody of a superior rank uses it, it's definitely derogatory to me because they'll, hey, shipmate, come here, you know, and it's just like, God damn it. But when you're with your buddies, because it was so annoying, we all hated it, we would call each other shipmate to kind of fuck with each other, and it was kind of endearing. And I remember talking to a guy, DJ, black guy, great dude, super nice, good friend. One thing that's hard about the military is you get out, you meet all these great people from all over the country, kind of get to know them and this and that, and then, you know, everyone gets out and goes back to their life again. And so there's a lot of people that you get to be friends with, but then you just lose contact. That's how it is. But I asked DJ, you know the word shipmate? He's like, yeah. Is it kind of the same? Because there's one time when my aunt, somebody called me shipmate once, and I was like, no, you don't get to call me that. No, I was like upset about it. And I kind of went through that with him, and he was like, yeah. He was cool because he was like, yeah, you know, like a little. There's a parallel. It's not exactly the same. Obviously, there's a huge history associated with the N-word versus shipmate. But it was just kind of neat to get his take on that and that whole experience. But interesting song. I mean, I like what the song is doing, but at the same time, I feel weird kind of listening to it. So there you go. There you go. I do wish that the second half of the song, like, I wish there was another, essentially a full, fresh, original verse for verse 2, rather than essentially the same thing lyrically. It goes it's a little different. The second verse is a little different, but it's almost exactly the same. Anyway, there we go. Neat. I just like the idea that he's pondering the word, using it, if it's beneficial or not. I was going to share my opinions, but it feels stupid to share my opinion because it has nothing to do with me. So I'll leave my opinion on that word out of it because I really don't have any right to talk about it, in my opinion. Track 6 is called Midnight. It's produced by a tribe called Quest. Spotify says it's featuring Raphael Sadiq. Here we go. Drop it in. Track 6, Midnight. Oh, weird. This album's going to sound cool without interruptions between tracks.
The night is on my mind.
Oh, weird.
The sun will still shine, but the night is on my mind. So
Weird.
parlay while I drop this rhyme. See, Jake be getting illy when the sun get dark. He be coming out for heads, but you don't let me start. There's activities aplenty in the nighttime. For the ghetto child, it seems to be the right time. See, kids be getting stuck with jewels or fly gimmicks. Shorty see the action and then start to mimic. Running to the corner, the dice game is raising. Looking at the loot, it seems so amazing. Puts the short down to be exact 1 pound. He shakes the stones in his hands, then he lets it down. Scared money don't make none. He threw a trip on the ace, now he's out, son. Hits the local bodega, the wolf down the hero. Son is on a midnight run like De Niro. Came out on the scene as he told her to be from. Saw his man stand with a blunt in his hand. You know the transaction. Brothers getting lost in the weed satisfaction. Coming down the block, man, loudest. You would swear Red Man was inside the truck. As the night seemed darker, cops is on the hunt. They interrupt your cipher and crush your blunt. The night is on my mind.
Trippy, man. Cool song.
Shine, but now the night is on the mind. The night is on the mind.
I want to go through this. So remember earlier I was saying there's going to be plenty of time for me to look stupid. Here we go. Here we go. Here I can finally spend some time looking stupid because there's a lot of slang I don't know. So let's go through this. Let's see what I can put together here. Jake be getting illy when the sun goes up. So Jake is cops. Be coming out for heads, but chill. Don't let me start. There's activities aplenty in the nighttime for the ghetto child. That times to be the right time. Sure, okay. Kids be getting stuck with jewels or fly gimmicks. Shorty see the action and starts to mimic. Okay? So he's kind of, the kids are seeing what the adults are doing at night. Run to the corner. The dice game is blazing. Looking at the loot seems so amazing. Sure, puts the short down to be exact 1 pound. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? $5. Okay. $5 is 1 pound. Okay. All right. So he puts $5 down on the dice game. He shakes the stones, the dice, and lets them down. Scared money don't make none. Great line. Great line. However, recently, the last couple of years, I've got my ass whooped so hard at the casinos. I don't fucking gamble anymore because it ain't scared money. It's just lost money. I just fucking lose. So I'm done. Kind of done with it. He threw a trip on the ace. Now he's out, son. So is that a 7? What's a trip on the ace? I assume ace is a 1. The kid playing dice rolled a 3. A trip on the first roll on the ace. Oh, okay. A 3 on the ace. So he's out. Oh, sure. That makes sense. Sure. A trip on the ace. Okay. All right. Hits the logo bodega, wolf down a gyro. Sun is on a midnight run like De Niro. Or I don't know what a gyro is. Not gyro. Bodega, gyro. Oh, sub. Okay. Subway sandwich. Yeah, good. Those are great. I love those. Spots a shorty rocking, standing on his block. The fiends be handing him to pump, so he adds to his knot. So this got to be like he sees a girl, and his fiends are hounding him to pump. Like a hip rotation type thing. I don't know. Conversation that he kicked to the shorty was a sly one. Increased intensity because, damn, she was a fly one. So he's talking her up. She's hot. Took her back to the crib. There she ran her jibs about mind upliftment and being positive. He yawned inside till 1:05. So she's just talking all this shit he don't want to hear. He's bored out of his mind. He's falling asleep. Then he realized the honey wasn't live, meaning, I think this means she's not going to sleep with him. So let's go. You're just going to talk to me all night about being positive. I don't want to hear it. Which is hilarious, right? At least he didn't plan on building for the evening, threw the feel on the dome and said, come on, yo, we're leaving. So he put like his cap on, right? Beanie or whatever. Come out on the scene as he told her to beep him. Saw his man stand with the blunt in his hand. You know the transaction. Brothers getting lost in the weed satisfaction. Coming down the block, man, loud as blank, you would swear Redman was inside the truck. As the night seemed darker, cops is on the hunt. They interrupt your cipher and crush your blunt. See, you left your work at home, so they pat you down for nothing. So the cops roll in. They're probably trying to bust the drug sale, whatever his buddy's, buying weed. Why in the hell does 10-4 keep fronting? You push to the park, even though it's so dark. The kid is nice on the hoop. He said he'll spot you true. So he's going to the park, and there's a kid playing basketball. He says he's going to keep an eye out for him. Let's keep going. This is a cool song. I really like this little story that's going on.
The flavors on the top with the rugged beat to back it. The night makes the aura and the J can't hack it.
Haha, nice.
Dangles in the midnight sky and the stars dance around. And yo, I think this fly. Intensity. Most rappers don't see it. Spirit-wise, musically, you gotta be it. Serenity, a silence of the sounds and emotions in the concrete jungle when the sun don't bungle. I think it's hard to find the words on how I feel. I paid about a deuce 20 for the Ampex feel. But let me slow down. I think I ran my jibs enough. Peace out till the nation stay rugged and rough.
Very cool.
The night is on my mind. The sun is still shine. The night is on my mind.
This portion of the song, too, does feel like kind of like a dark sidewalk. Maybe you cut through an alley, through the park, avoiding a street light, just kind of weaseling around in the dark. It does feel that way.
You know the sun is still shine, but now the night is on the mind.
Is rising at an alarming rate. Education is proper means for slowing it down.
I'm going to pause right there so I can use the remaining portion to spill into the next track. This part, these little outros that pop up, it kind of seems odd, but I have to remember the album is called Midnight Marauders. They're trying to they're basically using their music to get little PSAs out. Because this is 93, there's no internet. I mean, you got TV, but if for the most part corporate media doesn't care about the black community, or in this case the Hispanic community as well, they're not gonna fucking tell you about AIDS, how to prevent AIDS. Just go ahead and die off instead. It'll make it so much easier for all of us, By the way, I obviously have a negative opinion about corporate media and how much they care about the general population. So anybody who might be listening to the first time or, has never really sat down with this album is wondering, like, what the fuck is this about? This is a PSA. They're putting PSAs in their album to get word out on things that they think are important, that the community needs to hear, because they probably just literally won't hear it anywhere else. It's kind of wild, It's not like it was. Back then was not like it is now, where you can just find anything you want on the internet all the time. No, there was no internet. In 93? Well, I think maybe. I don't know. There was internet. AOL was around, but it was nothing like this. Nothing like we have now. And then even then, anybody who had internet back then, you had to have a fucking computer, which were like the size of goddamn microwaves. The tube monitors were massive, expensive, So for anybody who's poor, they don't have the internet, they don't have AOL on a computer. So that's what's going on. They're literally putting in PSAs at the end of their songs. Fascinating. And I mean, like, it's a combination of that's great that they're doing that, and so sad that they have to, Cool song. I like this song. I like this song. It's got a good feel. It's a cool little story. It feels like I'm darting around at night. I'm sneaking around in the shadows. You know, all this kind of shit's going on. There's activity, but it's dark. You can sense it. You can hear it. But you can't really see it. It's hard to spot type of thing. All the activity that's going on. Cool. Cool jam. I think Midnight gets a heart. For sure. All right, let's move on to track 7. It's called We Can Get Down. Produced by Tribe. And we'll let track 6 spill into track 7 here. So a couple more seconds of Midnight. Oh, neat. Good transition. Yeah, cool transition.
We can get down, we can get down. We can get down, we can get down. We can get down, we can get down.
Great album thus far. Great album. This is kind of a nice change of pace too, coming off of Midnight, which is a little bit darker. And listen to that record scratch go. Oh my God.
I'm not your average MC with the Joe Smoke flow. If you don't know me by now, you never know. Stepping on my critics, beating on my foes. The plan is to stay focused, only then I can grow. Straight from the heart, I represent hip hop. I be 3 albums deep, but I don't wanna go pop. Too many candy rappers seem to be at the top. Too much candy is no good, so now I'm closing the shop. The trash you talk won't matter. That old bogus chatter. The more that you condemn us, it only makes us better. When I talk, I know I'm talking for hip hop was all around. You know you love the sound. We get down. We can get down. We can get down.
I like this chorus, man.
We can get down. We can get down. We can get down. We can get down.
Oh, it's like that, man. It's like that. It's like that, man.
Yeah, I like that. There's a little piano bit. That right there. That's cool.
I'm the cherry on the top of your ice cream. I'm the mystical inside your dream. Listen to the way we pulsate the jam. I'm the nigga here with the mic in hand. Talking to the girl with the Liz Claiborne. Keep the
Liz
poetry in my black
Claiborne, wow.
knapsack. Got my Timbo hooks in my Doublemint pack.
Doublemint. Oh, that was another one that was big too, right there.
I can kick a rhyme over ill drum rolls with the kick, snare, kicks and hi-hat. Skilled in the trade.
I like how they fucked with the production right there.
With the opposite breed. I used to down 40s and smoke green weed. Now I'm doing shows with half loop down. Now it's time for me to take you uptown. It's like that, man. It's like that. It's like that, man.
I love the little da-da-da-da.
It's like that. It's like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
A tribe called Quest consists of 4 members. I, O, U, and sometimes Y.
And sometimes Y. So all the vowels. A tribe called Quest consists of all the vowels. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Jerobi White is a part-time member of the group who only appeared on 1 album track but played a big role in conceptualizing some early songs. In the documentary Beats, Rhymes, and Life, Q-Tip called Jerobi the spirit of A Tribe Called Quest, and Jerobi mentions the sometimes Y line in describing his role. A, I, O, U, and Y are vowels, are all vowels, and Y technically isn't, but is often pronounced like one, meaning Jerobi may not be a day-to-day member, but is still treated as a core group. Okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Less complex than I thought it would be. Let's get into some lyrics here. Yeah, the first 5 dog, I'm not your average MC. If you don't know me now, you never will. Step on my critics. The plan is to stay focused. Only then I can grow straight from the heart. I represent hip hop. I be 3 albums deep, but I don't want to go pop. Too many candy rappers seem to be at the top. Too much candy is no good, so I'm closing the shop. It's kind of just fun to hear that, knowing what's coming 10 years from that point, early 2000s. Crushing competition like Italians on grapes. My rhyme styles be blending like a Ron G tape. I don't know who Ron G is. New York-based mixtape DJ. Okay, there you go. Where you go and you can't escape. When the tribe is in the house, that means nobody is safe. How can a reverend preach when a rev can't define the music of our youth from 1979? What's going on with 79? A number of preachers talk about saving the youth, but five is the question how the reverend can do that if he can't speak the language of the youth or connect with the culture. 79 references the year Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang was released, which was when hip-hop culture became mainstream. Okay. All right. We rap about what we see meaning reality, from people busting caps and like Mandela being free. Not every MC be with the negativity. We have a slew of rappers pushing positivity. Hip-hop will never die. It's all about the raps. Mayor Barry smoking crack. Let's preach about that. I remember that. The guy smoking crack. I don't remember a lot, but I do remember some of it. I'm the cherry on top of your ice cream. I'm the mystic thought inside your dream. Those are cool little lines right there. I like those. Listen to the way we pulsate the jam. I'm the guy here with the mic in hand. Styles that we present are just a few to do away with you and your hood drum crew. This is 93 and this shit is real. Black people unite and put down your steel. This next part, I both like and dislike. Ladies, make a form on your sexual drive, devote it to your lover, and make it thrive. I like the idea, let's have, focused, loving relationships. I hate the idea that it's all up to the women because guys just can't fucking control themselves. Like, let's take a little ownership, guys. Okay. If you're sick and tired of the hoes and they just sleep around all the time, stop fucking sleeping around with hoes. It goes both ways. Okay. It's not all up to one side. It's two to tango. It's all of us. Okay. It's not just the girls. Fucking shit, man. It gets so annoying. The rhythms in F. I'm a hip hop body. Release my energy with the force of a shoddy. Standing on the wall with my polo on, talking to the girl with the Lays Claiborne. There's some more references to the 90s, man. And then Double Mint. Oh, my God. And Timbo Hooves. Oh, Jesus. It's crazy. This is, I don't know where they hail from. Are they out of New York? Is that where they mostly, is this like kind of East Coast? Sounds East Coast-ish. But, California, 90s, starter jackets. Nobody's said anything about starter jackets yet. That was like the big thing back then, early 90s. I remember schools banning starter jackets because if you wore a Raiders starter jacket, oh, you're a gang member. Just insane. It was insane. Good shit. Interesting song. I like that one, though. It was just fun. That was just a fun listen. All right, let's move on to track 8 called Electric Relaxation, produced by Tribe. Drop it in, track 8. Cool beats, man. This has just been great production thus far. Great production.
Black hair and your fat ass style. Street poetry is my everyday. But yo, I gotta stop when you drop my weight. If I was working at the club, you would not pay. Ayo, my man Fife Diggy, he got something to say.
I like him brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. Name is Fife Dog from the Zulu Nation. Told you in the jam that we can get
I love the bass line on this, man.
Like the group H-Town. You got BBD all on your bedroom wall. But I'm above the rim and this is how I ball. A gritty little something on the New York street. This is how I represent over this here beat. Talking about you.
Yo, I took you out. But sex was on my mind for the whole damn route. My mind was in a frenzy and
nice how that
but I couldn't drop down.
Strum drops back.
Relax yourself, girl, reset. You couldn't relate. Relax yourself, girl, reset. You couldn't relate. Relax yourself, girl, reset.
By the way, my name's Malik, the 5-foot freak. They say we get together by the end of the week. She simply said no. Label me a hoe.
Label
I said,
me a
how you
hoe.
figure? My friends tell me so. I hate when silly groupies wanna run their yak. Word to God, hun, I don't get down like that.
I'll have you weak in the knees that you can hardly speak. Or we could do like Uncle Ella swinging up in my Jeep. Keep it on the down, yo.
I love that transition in the production. God damn.
If my mom don't approve, then I'll just elope. Let me save the little man from inside the boat.
I love that strum. That strum that comes back in is so great. And the bass line that's just thumping around, man. It's cool. Very cool. And so we just have this dead space. Oh, here we go. Interesting. It's almost like mall music or something.
Keep bouncing. Keep bouncing.
That one gets a heart. I'm so glad that this girl calls him a hoe. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Let's say we get together by the end of the week. She simply said no, labeled me a hoe. I said, how you figure? My friends told me so. Good. Good. I like that. I like it when there's some fucking pushback. I get so annoyed with this idea of, you know, all these girls are all hoes because all they do is sleep around. It's like, well, you're the one wanting to sleep around with them. Like, you're the hoe. Oh, no, it's the girls. Okay. It's like blaming a bartender for your own alcoholism. Like, no, motherfucker, you rolled up to him. Like, what are you talking about, man? Good times. Good times. I like that. I'm very happy that he was called hoe. Oh, shit. Cool beat. Cool sound. I kind of wish the song wasn't really, I mean, essentially about sex, but not that I care, but I love the production. I just wish it was kind of about something else because I'd be a little bit more interested in it. Not that I'm upset. I just kind of get bored with it. You know, I kind of get bored with songs that are always about just hitting on the girls. Not that this whole album has always been about that. I shouldn't have said always. Sometimes I use hyperbole in my speech, and I shouldn't do that. It's difficult. Hyperbole is everywhere these days. I'm sure you all have noticed it before. It's so easy to just throw these words in there. Always, never, all that kind of shit, right? Great song, though. That definitely got a heart. I like that song. I loved, God, that when that strum would come back in. Great sound. Great sound. All right, let's keep going. Track 9 is called Clap Your Hands, produced by a tribe called Quest. Dropping in. Listening to this album without interruption is going to be great. The flow through the album is going to be so tight.
Brothers know the flames when the quest gets loose. Slamming sucker duckers like the wrestlers zoo. Crazier than Tupac in the flick called Juice. Cock is longer than a hat worn by Dr. Seuss. Love a girl in Daisy Dukes like the kids called Duke. Gets paid to sex a hoochie like my main man Luke. Laverne to Shirley, rerun to Roger, Ren to the Stimpy,
Ren and Stimpy.
They mash up the party, kick the rhymes and more rhymes, kick the beats and more beats. We'll have you scratching in your head like Shaheed on techniques. For those who wanna oppose and take a stand, but for now, just shut your shit and clap your hands.
Kind of like a bold production section right here. You know what I noticed on this opening verse with 5? Kind of on the back half. He almost sounded out of breath. And it's really interesting to think about how much rapping has evolved and how I really can't talk about technique, obviously, because I just don't know anything about the technique that goes into rapping. But you listen to his speed and his flow, and then hearing him almost out of breath, but then you listen to somebody, I'm going to say Jid again, because I was listening to him this morning, how he just fucking just flows through this shit. And it doesn't even sound hard at all. And not to say that Fife was struggling here, but you can kind of hear it in his voice. And I think a part of it is because of this older style of rapping, the technique. I would say it leans more towards like a singing style, a spoken word style. And so it seems like with this technique, there's a little bit more emphasis of clearly saying each word and getting it out there and kind of having it structured on the beat, so you're somewhat bound to the timing and the duration of the beat cycle. Whereas when you get more modern day stuff, it's a little bit more loose. You know, it kind of shoots between the lines a little bit, and they speed up and slow down, and they're still with the beat, but there's a lot more playfulness to it. And that's just fucking cool. And what's really cool is I can hear that, you know, when 2 years ago, I wouldn't have heard that. I wouldn't have understood that. So it's cool, man. It was fun. A lot of fun. I'll let the song finish up, but he's referencing a lot of different people here. I'm going to go through these lyrics at the end, and we'll see who I can remember and pick out and all that kind of shit. But we'll let the song finish up first.
Peace to the hoods, keep my shit on play. Please don't do the mute when you hear me on the juke. Brothers know the angle is the Star Spangled Black Banner.
Star Spangled Black
The
Banner.
funk manner. If you on the road, then the dough I'll be raking. The scope is on the world, cause it's mine for the taking. You know I'm gonna do it. My shit is rock solid, but it flows like fluid.
Oh,
Chemists get
nice.
confused of my ill composition. This is the third of the new Trop edition.
I like how pronounced the drum beat is. It's got a good thump.
Keep bouncing.
Clap your hands gets a heart. Next one's got Busta Rhymes. Cool. All right, let's go through some of this. Second verse was actually related. Let me talk a little bit about second verse, because I liked second verse quite a bit. It's kind of neat. He wasn't bothering with rhymes too much, you know? You just want to dance, man, and clap your hands. You venture up the wrong road, then circumstance will be crucial. I got hundreds of rhymes that'll suit you, so listen. And there's kind of like this break right there. The abstract intuition is very, very worthy. I can feel you out from Russia to Jersey. Can't understand the underground. It gets deep. The low, the nikes, the links, the jeeps, the women, the lingo, and all the other goods. Peace to the hoods. Keep my shit on play. Please don't do the mute when you hear me on the juke. Brothers know the angle. It's a Star Spangled Black Banner. It's all about doing it for black people. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Sure, that makes sense. I hook up the beats at the funk manner. If you want to roll, then the dough, I be raking. The scope is on the world because it's mine for the taking. You know I'm going to do it. My shit is rock solid, but it flows like fluid. Great line. I love that one a lot. Chemists get confused in my ill composition. This is the third of the new Tribe edition. MCs be swinging, but a lot of them be missing. So shut your blood clot and listen. What's blood clot? There are actually quite a few conditions that can give blood clots. It makes reference to this. Blood clot is Jamaican slang to an insult. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's go up to this first verse, though. Let's see what I know and don't know. Brothers know the flays. Let's get loose. Slamming sucker duckers like the wrestler Zeus. Don't know Zeus. Crazier than Tupac, of course. And the flick called Juice. Have not seen that movie. Cock is longer than the hat worn by Dr. Seuss. Okay. Interesting combination of elements there. Giant cock and Dr. Seuss. Love a girl and Daisy Dukes, like them kids called Deuce. Don't know Deuce. Gets paid to sex the hoochie like my main man Luke. Luke, I don't know. Who's this? Uncle Luke is well known for making songs in the 80s with Two Live Crew. And many of their songs involved sexy hoochies. Per the let me slide this one over for you guys. So you can see this. There we go. Look at this annotation. Many of the songs involved sexy hoochies. There you go. Now you guys know. That's factual information because the internet said it's true. That's funny. Let's see. Control the mic like Denzel on The Girls. Is that Denzel Washington? Yeah. God, he's been going forever. He's still a big name 30 years later. Whack MCs be on the nuts like Rocket J Squirrel. I don't know who Rocket J Squirrel is. No idea. Worst in the world is a sucker MC. Favorite rap group in the world is EPMD. Golden era rap duo from Long Island. Huh. I don't know them at all. Okay, let's see. Five Dog, I'm going to give a shout out to Snoopy. Is that short? Is that Snoop Dogg? Yeah. Okay. Good. I was gonna say not the cartoon character, of course. Peace to all the questions. To hell with the groupies like Ralph, Mouth to Potsy, Brooklyn to Dodger, Laverne and Shirley was a TV show. Rerun to Roger. Roger and Rerun are two recurring characters appear on What's Happening. I don't know that show. Ren to Stimpy, Laurel to Hardy. I don't know who Laurel to Hardy is. Old school comedians. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, there you go. Clap your hands. Good jam. Let's move on to track 10, which is called Oh My God, featuring Busta Rhymes. I want to do a Busta Rhymes album. I guess he's got a new album coming out. My buddy was telling me. He's like, you got to do the new Busta Rhymes. I was like, oh, I should, but I forget when it's coming out. There's something else I was going to do, like that day or whatever. I think there's, maybe it's the weekend Nicki Minaj has got her thing coming out. Kind of letting it slip what's coming next, you know? Anyway, here we go. Track 10, Oh My God, featuring Busta Rhymes, produced by Tribe. Good sound here too, again. Great production. I really enjoyed the production. You know, I said earlier, hoping the production would be a little bit more, and it has been a little bit more.
Listen up, everybody. The bottom line. I'm a black intellect.
Oh, that bass line.
We precision like the bullet.
Who's killing the bass back there? Oh my God.
The harlot sounds. Now, when I say the harlot, you know I need the hot beat of the equator. The broth that's in the pot. Jalek, you wind up your hip. Drafting of the poets, I'm the number 7 pick. Licks, boy, on your backside. Licks, boy, on your backside.
It's not like Honey Dip will want to get with me, but just in case I own my condoms, then TLC. Now the formula is this, me tip.
I don't know what that's about.
For those who can't count, it goes.
That bass line right there is fucking great.
Big up is who I be. Brothers find it's hard to do, but never me. Some brothers try to diss, but Malik, you see him bitching me, not care about them DBMC. My shit is hitting. Trini Gladiator, anti-hesitator, Shaheed push the fader, from here to Grenada, Mr. Energetic, who me sound pathetic. When's the last time you heard a funky diabetic?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh my God, yes, oh my God.
Just Busta just do the verse or the chorus. Is that all he does?
Down like a lady of the evening. When it goes in, text, just believe it's in. Cause Queens is the county, Jamaica is the place. Take off your
I love the bass line to this section. This is funny that they just... I'll read the annotation for this in a second.
Some people who MC don't know what this term means.
I love these little educational bits that are in between tracks. So here's what the annotation says for the Oh My God Busta Rhymes sample. Perhaps one of the most recognizable hip-hop hooks of all time. It comes from a similar line in Busta Rhymes' verse on Scenario. Tribe possibly liked it so much that they also used it as the hook on the bonus track God Lives Through. I gotta do some old school Busta Rhymes. I gotta do some. I don't know when. I have so many albums. So many albums in front of me. Cool song. I honestly was so transfixed by the bass line, I didn't listen to really anything else. I was just like, whatever the hell was going on with the bass line. I fucking loved every second of it. That was awesome. I could just see the person, what is it, like that stand-up bass or whatever, just plucking them strings. Holy shit. Kind of a trip, Q-Tip going into kind of the, I don't know, you call it like the Trinidadian accent or something like that. I don't know what accent it is, but he changed his voice a little bit when he used those lines. Licks upon your backside. Bottom line, black intellect, but unrefined. I'm black intellect, but unrefined. With precision like a bullet, target bound, just living like a hooker, the harlot sounds. Now, when I say the harlot, you know I mean the hot heat of the equator, the broth that's in the pot. I don't know what that shit means. There's got to be some slang associated with it. Because then that's when he drops into the jalik, you wind up your hip, drafting of the poets, I'm number 7 pick. Huh. 1 for the treble, 2 for the bass. You know the style tip. It's time to flip this. I like my beats hard, like 2-day-old shit. Steady eating booty MCs like cheese grits. Good shit. What was this deal? But just in case, I own more condoms than TLC. What the hell is this? Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC used to wear a condom over her left eye. And the group would also wear condoms. Oh, to promote safe sex. I had no idea. She would wear a condom over her eye? Huh. Okay. I mean, okay. Try to promote awareness, which is good, but like, that was the best we could come up with. I don't know how I feel about that. Wearing a condom over your eye? Huh. Talk about money shot, right? I don't know, man. Huh. Interesting. Oh, here we go. This was, yeah, okay. This was, I'm sorry, it was Fife that did it. The Trinidadian thing. Me not care about them WWMC. My shit is hitting. Trini Gladiator, Anti-Hesitator. Huh. Interesting. Well, that one gets a heart. Sure. I was cool with that one. Let's move on to track 11, which is called Keep It Rollin'. Do I have 4 songs? Yeah, 4 songs left. Okay. Featuring Large Professor. Produced by Large Professor. So this is the first deviation in production. I think, yeah, track 4. That was Skeff Anselm. So Keep It Rollin' is another producer. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how much the sound shifts with the new producer. Here we go. Track 11, Keep It Rollin'.
Hey yo, swing, 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 chop, chop, chop. Yo, that's the sound when MCs get mocked. Don't come around town without the hip in your hop. Cause when the shit hits the fan, that ass will get dropped. MCs wanna attack me, but them punks can't go. I have you left without a job. I got you from the love. Some money, watch your mouth. I have to bust you. Battling MCs.
Okay.
JFK to Russia. Back down to London. Sweden and Brazil. Do a US tour for 3 months and then I chill. Styles be fat like Jackie Gleason. The rest be art corny. People love the dog like the kids love Barney.
Another Barney reference.
You love me. The shorty fight dog is your favorite MC. So move back yourself, Dread. You know the element. The tribe is good for your health like a can of nutriment. MCs don't have no wins. MCs don't have no wins.
Really don't know how I feel about this keyboard bit that's going on. I really don't know how I feel about that keyboard. It feels like someone's like accidentally leaning on it with their elbow and then like, oh, like, I don't know. It's not that it's terrible. As of right now, I don't really like it. And I think really is because it feels out of place compared to everything else we've heard so far. Everything else we've heard so far has been great. And now you've got this kind of like weird, blurry keyboard section that's being played. I don't know.
Check it out, cause my conception is immaculate. A bachelor, looking for a bachelorette. Back to you MCs. This is what you're gonna get. A first degree burn from my man Ken's cigarette. I hope you like.
And then it's got that one little thing, I don't remember what it's called, but you hit it and it goes. What the fuck?
Drop the C's for the youthful crew. I hope you get it as I stand. Whip this mic inside my hand. Boy, I smack you up like I was your old friend. So respect yourself.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I'm cool with this one.
The ab is who you think of. So chill with the beef money. We got it deaded.
It's fine. I just find it distracting, honestly.
I'm uptown chilling, taking in this Grandmaster Vic blend. Don't fuck with the skins if she's trying to act shitty. Big shout to the guru, Primo and Zulu Nation.
Yeah, it's I don't really into this one.
About to bag this here schmetal, rapper Nas on top it. Seems we gonna rock it. Queens represent by the album when I drop it.
Good. I like the close. Like they closed it out really well there. But yeah, that production was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. We'll see if I enjoy it more with more listens. But it's anyway, whatever. I think you guys get it. I'm not really into it. And really it distracted me so much I didn't pay much attention to what was being said. Swing, swing, swing to chop, chop, chop. That's the sound when MCs get mobbed. Don't come around town without the hip in your hop. Oh, that's a cool line right there. Because when the shit hits the fan, that ass will get dropped. Not bad. Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. MCs want to attack me, but them punks can't cope. I've left you without a job like Isaac from the Love Boat. The Love Boat. Oh my God, the Love Boat. Oh, I forgot about that. So money, watch your mouth. I'm going to have to bust you. Battle MCs from JFK to Russia, back down to London. US tour for 3 months. Styles be fat like Jackie Gleason. The rest be Art Carney. People love the dog. The kids love Barney. Barney. Love Boat. Crazy. I flip shit crazier than a bus load full of Jerry's kids. Who's Jerry's kids? I don't remember Jerry's kids. Children assisted by the Muscular Dystrophy Association are referenced to as Jerry's kids because Jerry Lewis would famously host a telethon. I don't remember that at all. Apparently, I don't love Jerry's kids. Apparently. Large professor in the house. Yeah, Mario Lemieux is actually a hockey player. I actually know that. I don't know how the hell I managed it. I did for a small period of time in the 90s watch a little bit of hockey. Kind of enjoyed hockey. My fist stands firm because I'm black and solid. Huh. I open up your pores like a plate full of collards. Come on, take it easy. I'm the goalie. So I remember, buddy. She told me pull her hair. I did. It drove her nutty. Jesus, man. Back to you, MCs. This is what you're going to get. A first-degree burn from my man Ken's cigarette. What's this about? And this like Q-tip is most likely referring to Ken Duro Eiffel, who was the mix engineer. Oh, he worked with previous. Okay. So just somebody he knows. Okay. Extra P hooked the beat in Kidsville. Lovely. The beat feels like a never ender, but all things good must. So I won't sweat it. Drop the seats for the youthful crew. I hope you get it. As I stand, grip this mic inside my hand, while I'll smack you up like I was your old gran. So respect yourself, son, and come give me love. Once again, the abs. Who you think of? So chill with the beef money. We got it dead. Okay. Kind of a shit talking way to say stop talking shit, but you know, there you go. And then we got Large Professor. Extra P. About to set it. Catch you once again. I'm uptown chilling, taking in this Grandmaster Vic blend from the projects, the PJs. Fuck them 2 DJs. I wonder what that's about. Long annotation. Not going to read it. So there's 2 DJs he's unhappy with. Self-mission, I had her in the ill position saying, Large, use the soul brother that I'd like to F with for the rest of my life. Yeah. Check the method. Mention of Pirellis, which is kind of funny. You know, I can only imagine how hard some of these companies try to like become, I don't want to say like part of the culture, but like popular. So popular that they become included in songs, because that's just free advertising of the best kind, probably, you know? Then it makes me wonder how many artists have been paid by companies to, hey, just slip a little line in here about our thing. We'll pay $1 million or something. Who fucking knows? I'm sure that shit happens, though. I'm sure it does. Damn. Rapper Nas on top. Seems we're going to rock it. Queens represent. Buy the album when I drop it. And then the song just ends. And I liked how the song just ended. That was cool. But the production. That keyboard. No. No. Track 12 is called The Chase Part 2, produced by Tribe. Drop it into track 12.
I'm about to wreck your body as they turn the party out. I'm about to wreck your body as they turn the party out. I'm about to wreck your body as they turn the party out.
Vocal sample from Biz Markie's Nobody Beats the Biz.
I'm about to wreck your body as they turn the party out. I'm about to wreck your body as they turn the party out. I'm about to wreck your body as they turn the party out. I'm about to wreck your body as they turn the party out.
I always do the accent again.
Damn, Fife, you got fat.
Yeah, I know it looks pathetic. Ali Shaheed Muhammad got me doing calisthenics. Needless to say, boy, I'm bad to the bone. Making love to my mic like Jerobi on the phone. But no time for talk.
Like Jerobi on the phone. That's funny.
What?
Punks to be sprayed.
What?
Chumps to attack. So my man, watch your back. 93 mean skills skills are a must, so never lack. Sit back and learn. Come now, watch the birdie. Your styles are incomplete, same as Vinny Testaverde.
Vinny Testaverde. Oh my god, dude. So many references. I haven't heard some of these shit forever. I like the beat on this one.
Adjust the bass and treble, make my shit sound clear.
I didn't really care for this at the very beginning of the song, but as it rolls into it and it becomes the chorus, I like it a lot more.
Move back yourself, man. Come watch me drop it. For sure me, I'll go do it. For sure me, I'll go rock it.
And I do like the keyboard in the background on this one.
Like Jehovah's got the witness. Musically the three, poetically we lead the enchantment on the airwaves. Kids just rave. Obey the MCs cause the MCs save. We flipping on niggas like we Super Dave. I don't wanna say non-trade. Cause my man Extra P said don't say the year. Yeah. So that's for eternity. You know what I'm saying? Rock on. Everybody in Queen. Rock on. Everybody in Brooklyn.
This is cool right here. Really cool.
Rock on. Everybody in Jersey. Rock on. Everybody in Philly. Rock on. All the niggas on the famous. Rock on. Everybody no name. Rock on. This is a nuclear. Rock on.
Neat song, man. I like this one quite a bit.
This concludes Midnight Marauder program. Press
interesting.
any key to return to the main menu.
So was that the end? I wonder if this was the end of the actual album. Is that how it concludes? Lyrics to Go was the B-side to Oh My God, the third single. I don't know. I'm just assuming. God Lives Through, 5 samples. I don't know. I'm surprised, though, that this is here, this little conclusion of the program. That would be a short album if it was. 12. What would that be? 12 tracks at 43 minutes. That's a tight album. Huh. Well, that's okay. You know, I like the end of this. You know, he's just shouting out everybody, right? Queens, Brooklyn, Vernon, Jersey, Philly, Houston, LA, Egypt, Nigeria. It's kind of neat, just like spills out and just everybody, rock on, everybody. Especially, you know, early 90s, you get into the feuds, East Coast, West Coast. It's kind of nice to see somebody just do the opposite. Just kind of shout out to everybody rather than only my area, my neighborhood, what have you. Cool jam. I like that one. You know, I don't know if I had like too many energy drinks this morning or something, but my brain's starting to like fry. Earlier I was like, oh yeah, where are these guys from? These guys are from New York, right? Yeah. Like why was that even a question, right? But I also too, I wonder if I'm just so settled into the sound and enjoying the sound that I'm really not listening to the lyrics as closely, which is fine. Needless to say, boy, I'm bad to the bone, making love to the mic like Jarobi on the phone. So I can only imagine what kind of conversations he's had on the phone, if that's what they're saying. No time for jokes. There's bills to be paid, hoes to be laid, punks to be sprayed, chumps to attack. So my man, watch your back. 93 means skills are a mess, so never lag. Or skills are a must, so never lag. Sit back and learn. Come now, watch the birdie. Your styles are complete. Same as Vinny Testaverde. Poor Vinny Testaverde. He was a quarterback for quite some time. He tried his best. Wasn't that great. That's how it goes sometimes. Lyrically in space, the jazz will pace the beat as we proceed to elevate you. We're in 4/4. We're going to tell your dad the abstract's the bag as we proceed to move your hind parts we know as ass. Good shit. I be ingredients like sugar and candy. If your life is broke, girl, I'll be the handy dandy. So the handyman, right, that can come mend you. My fee is a shower. So I'll help you out if you take a shower with me. Or it could be something else. But anyway. Cool track. I like this one. It's just fun. The whole album, honestly, has just been fun, you know? Just a cool listen. Move back yourself, man. Come watch me drop it for sure. Me, I'll go do it for sure. Me, I'll go rock it. Me not deal with no Changa. Oh, this is when he was doing that. The accent again, wasn't it? I think so. We flip it on people like we're Super Dave. Who is Super Dave? Super Dave Osborne. Super Dave would do stunts. God, I feel like I should know that. That sounds familiar. But I don't remember Super Dave. All right, let's keep going. Track 13, Lyrics to Go, produced by Tribe. And dropping it. I don't know if the Chase Part 2 was the conclusion of the original album and maybe these are bonus tracks. I don't know. I'm just going to assume the normal album was 14 tracks. So here we go. Track 13, Lyrics to Go. Oh, wow.
Lyrics to
Oh,
go.
wow.
Lyrics to go. Lyrics to go. Lyrics to go.
Trippy.
Lyrics to go.
Nice drum drop.
Going on and on to the rhythmic variation. Waking in the morning, I still represent the nation. When I speak a nation, please don't make the deviation. Rebels of the party who create the drum sensation. Mind is a pit of different information. Microphone is on, so I cross
Wow.
communication. Bogle at the party, then you got the bogulation. Decapitating fools, show as if my name was Jason. Making all the fellas at the party lose composure. Hook up the beat with the mic and it's over. But when it comes to days like this, I got lyrics to go. Lyrics to go.
This guitar sample that they've chopped up is pretty interesting.
Would have tried for singing, but that stuff was not my calling. The mic is in effect, so you know I'm never stalling. Walking through the door and all them suckers started hauling. Talk a lot of trash, but no one can seem to beat it. Pull out your microphone and watch the fight for make you eat it. The MCs they get jelly when the girlies on my belly. Kick a slow dance like my brother R. Kelly. Today's a hip hop draft, will I be top seeded? Work too friggin' hard while all the rest will get weeded. Steady kicking style so I can reach that other level. Don't worry about getting gas, I push the pedal to the metal. Always wanted this cause it surely beats a scramble. I'm Jordan with the mic, Wanna gamble? This I dedicate to all the honeys that be bogling. Cause at the end of the night, you know Malik will have his Trojans.
Oh, he
When it
sped up
comes
a
to
bit.
like this, I got lyrics to go.
That was, he just briefly sped up his flow right there.
Lyrics to go. Lyrics to go.
Wait, I think somebody shit it. I guess it would be me, cause I'm the only one I'm seeing. I go for what I know, doing the show for human beings. Always try to lead Joe Devil while I follow. Blowing up the spot like Fred did the Rollo. And when it comes to days like this, I got lyrics to go.
I like how the verse spills into the chorus like that. It's not a defined line, you know? That final line becomes the chorus.
I got lyrics to go.
Oh, I was expecting that guitar cut to come back in. They're really fucking around with that guitar sample. It's kind of neat. The different ways that they're using it. I want to let it just spill right. I'll pause it right there. A couple seconds left. I wanted to just go right into the next track. Listening to this album uninterrupted is going to be fantastic. I can tell. I can already tell the way they've constructed the conclusion and the beginning of each track, and there's so little time between. It just goes right to the next one. So that's really cool. I really like it when they do that. I've got lyrics to go. There's, oh God, I already forgot. Formulate your rhymes like a child forms Play-Doh. What a great visual line. You know, some kid just fucking around trying to make something out of Play-Doh and it looks like garbage. I really like that line a lot. Quitters turn to losers. Losers are forgotten. Tangling my cord with hopes that I'll. Wait. Hold on. I think I'm fucking this. They're waiting in my path. I overstep the critters. Give your ass to Willies and your moms will get the jitters. Quitters turn to losers. Losers are forgotten. Tangling my cord with hopes that I'll stop rocking. Never will that happen. Only if it is permitted. Wait, I think somebody shitted. Oh, man. I don't know. The guitar sample was really interesting. There's a song by Rage Against the Machine, over the burning ground. I can't remember what it's called. Ashes in the Fall. The opening sequence is like this really like piercing guitar sound. Tom Morello, great guitarist, incredible sounds that he's made. And I'm always torn on that song because I love that song, but the opening portion is like grating almost. And then once the drums and the bass drop in, it just fucking blows up. It's a great song. But, you know, this one kind of has the same experience with me with that sample that they've cut up. But it's kind of neat because they play around with the sample a lot. So there's a variation that exists that keeps me a little interested. Neat shit. I need to listen to that song again. It's been a while. Ain't it funny how the factory's doors close around the time that the school doors close? Good for God, fucking Rage Against the Machine. So good. So good. A Tribe Called Quest, we're on the run for whatever. Trials and tribulations that we have to endeavor. Brothers know my stilo, it's a letter to the better. If you see a shorty that you like, then you sweat her. Silly with the microphone. In other words, I'm loco, 6'0" with my height. Complexion Coco. Representing on the mic. It seems to be my daily. I can do a split and turn around like Alvin Ailey. No fucking clue who that is. Famous choreographer. Oh. Credited with popularizing modern dance and revolutionizing African American participation in the 20th century concert dance. Huh. Well, there you go. Cool. Neat little like bits of history in this album too. I mean, they're tossing around all these references, and there's a lot of stuff I don't know, but it's just kind of neat to ping on some of these things. I want to do albums that are even older. You know, I want to do Paid in Full. That's a big one. The Beastie Boys, Paul's Boutique. What is it? Rick Slick or Slick Rick or something, The Adventures of Slick Rick. Or I think that's what I can't remember. But there's some old classic hip hop albums that people have talked about. I really do want to sit down with. Maybe someday. I'll get to them someday. Someday. All right, Lyrics to Go Gets a Heart. I like that one. Final track for this album. I'm assuming this was on the original release. If not, whatever. No big deal. It's called God Lives Through. It's produced by Tribe. And it's 4 minutes long. Here we go. Final track of Midnight Marauders. There's that fucking Busta Rhymes sample again.
Oh my God. There's a million MCs that claim they want some, but see, I create sounds that make your ears go numb. Yeah, you know how we go. My best friend Steven at the Home Depot. Laurelton is in the house, I can't forget Southside. Walk past some C's like that girl did the far side. I'm
like that girl did the far side.
Act like you know, not now, but right now. Beast of the East on them C's, I have a feast. I'd eat that ass like quiche, crack a smile like Shanice. Shit out Jamaica scene, Jamaica Queens, but you can find me out in Georgia or anywhere in between. Now if my partners don't look good, Malik won't look good. If Malik don't look good, the Quest won't look good. If the Quest don't look good, the Queens won't look good. But since the sounds are universal, New York won't look good.
Interesting.
Come on, get off it. Put down the microphone, son. Surrender, forfeit.
He does sound a little hurried here. He does sound like he's kind of at his rev limiter a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's kind of funny because here he is really trying to go off. But I think also, you know, I say that and maybe kind of sounds like a criticism, but really what he's probably doing is pushing himself to his limit, which is good. That's cool, you know? And it's always cool to see someone or hear someone in this example who is good at what they do and then hear them like kind of go to their limit and see them at their limit. And then every now and then maybe they even struggle just a tiny bit. Like you can tell, oh shit, this is it. This is their top notch, whatever they got, you know? It's kind of fun because so often, especially with sports and competitions, whatever, like we see these incredible people. It's like, how do they even do that? And they make it look so easy. It's kind of nice to see even the best people struggle just a tiny bit, you know? Just a pinch.
No tip, don't worry, none. You know I guess the party jumping. Get on the mic, my man, and break him off a little something.
What is this chorus? The chorus is so, like, the production is so full of sound right here.
You know I'm on the other for the top 40. We gotta do it like this. We got the funk recognize me. Kids memorize me. Every day I be scrounging. Really, I'll be lounging. I play the down low. Very, very incognito. Aries is my sign. I know that I could rhyme. Sometimes I rhyme in riddles. Plus, I make the honeys wiggle. Lyrics are abundant. Right there, I sound redundant. Just mentioning the fact that the area is fat. I dwell in the under. So, honey, it's no wonder that I get plenty of tail. While I even get white, I'm a bank hitting head crack. There, money, take that. Breaking niggas off. Cut the bank, then I'm off. While my Nikes match my low hat. Beat joint is mad fat. Got the cutter of the box. If a kid think he's ox. For TME's creator, the poetry relator is him like Betsy Ross. Let me tell you who's the boss.
Trippy, man. I like that.
Jersey got us, Philly got us, Milwaukee got us, LA got us, Oak Town got its own. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la. See, I like to get down, Jack.
Ha. Wow. And just stops. What a fucking ride. I mean, you know, it's kind of funny because you go back, as you go further and further back, you know, the rapping gets a little bit more simple, the lyrics a little bit less wrapped up in rhyming schemes and double meaning, although there's a good amount here. This is pretty good. I think it's a little misleading because even in my own mind, and I'm no expert on early hip hop, I haven't heard a lot. But I do have this idea in mind of, oh, it's a simpler time, right? But fuck, I'm kind of fried. I mean, this is a 2-hour video. It's a pretty long video, honestly, for the length of the album. And I've enjoyed the shit out of it, but I'm kind of fried, which to me tells me there's a lot happening in this album. There's a lot to dig into and experience. And so that's kind of neat because it breaks this idea in my own mind of early hip hop being a little bit more simple, even though there's some truth to that. I think maybe I had too simple of an idea in my head, you know? Tribe fucking brought the heat on this one, man. They brought the heat on this one, especially this opening verse, man. Fucking, was it 5? Yeah, 5 goes, he pushes. He's going as hard as he can. You listen to the first verse again on this track, the final one, God Lives True. You can hear him. He's going. He's really trying to squeeze everything in there. And you can hear it a little bit. It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat, man. Walk past MCs like that girl did to Farside. What happened to that? A reference to LA Crew, The Farside, and the hit song Passing Me By. Okay. In which each rapper tells a story about a girl in their life that passed them by. Okay. I need to listen to The Farside. They're on the list. Everything's on the list. Everything. Okay. Snoop Dogg's Christmas album is on the list. I promise. Everything that's ever been made in the history of hip hop is on my list. So I'll get to the Farside. I actually almost picked a Farside album for today, but with it being the 30th anniversary of Midnight Marauders, I was like, oh, I gotta do that one. I like this section right here. Now, if my partners don't look good, Malik won't look good. If he don't look good, Quest don't look good. If Quest don't look good, Queens don't look good. Sounds universal, so New York won't look good. I like this idea of, you know, it's like, I mean, obviously representation's a thing in hip hop, but it was just kind of cool to take that concept and just distill it down to what it actually means to them, who they feel they're representing, and who I guess they kind of put this effort out for. You know, I gotta look good for Queens, for New York, for my partners. I'm representing these people. That's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. It's a very foreign idea to me because I've never gone through an experience where I represent somebody else or a group of people or anything. They used to tell us that in the Navy when we would pull into, you know, different spots because we're on deployment. You represent the United States and blah, blah, so don't be a bunch of assholes. And, of course, we all get drunk and kind of be assholes. Not terrible, but you know how it goes. You've been cooped up on a ship for fucking... The longest deployment stretch where I was out to sea, the longest out to sea was over 100 days. Like 102 days or something like that. It's a long time being on an aircraft carrier in the ocean. As soon as you get on shore, you want to blow off some steam for sure. My styles are milk, man. You'd think that I was breastfed. Oh my God, dude. I kick more game than a crackhead for Hempstead. Hempstead must have a lot of crackheads if they're getting a shout out in reference to crackheads. I dedicate this to all the MCs out of Queens. That goes for Onyx. LL, Run DMC. I haven't heard Onyx in forever. Akinyele, Nasty Nas, and the Extra P. Well, that one gets a heart too. Well, good shit. Oh, I took my headphones off early. I should have talked about. I use that as a visual marker in my video to just understand where I start talking about closing thoughts. Anyway, good shit. Good shit. I'm so glad I sat down with that. I'm glad the production. I feel like the production really stepped up, except for Keep It Rollin. Sorry, I'm sorry, Large Professor. I'm sorry. That keyboard bit. Maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe it'll grow on me. But man, it was distracting on that first listen. What was my favorite? Steve Biko was great. Midnight, I remember enjoying quite a bit. We Can Get Down. Electric Relaxation had a great beat. Oh my God. Initially on that first use of the sample on the opening portion of the track, I was like, but as the verse went through and then it went into the chorus, it grew on me quite a bit. Cool album. Award Tour. True Goy's on there, of course, from De La Soul. Yeah, good shit. I don't really know. I am kind of fried. It's kind of neat, man. It's been a while since I feel this tired. Although maybe I'm just getting sick. My son's been sick all week. Maybe I'm finally kind of coming down with what he had, which is fine. I ain't got shit going on this weekend. I'll just stay home and be sick. I'd rather be sick now than on Thanksgiving or whatever. But I'm kind of wiped out, honestly. And I take that anytime I'm like in this state after listening to an album for the first time. To me, it's kind of a huge compliment to the album. That means I was engaged on so many levels, lyrically, musically, beat changes, all these references to the 90s that I hadn't heard forever. So all these flashbacks and shit. So good, just good fun. And to think, man, 30 years ago, this was bumping around. 30 years ago. This is a great album. 30 years ago. Anybody, God, if you're watching this part of the video right now, if you can leave a comment, if you can just say, I remember putting this on in 1993 or even 94, because this was the end of 93, right? So maybe you got it a couple months later or who knows, right? Just all the flashbacks that you have to have, all the memories that are probably tied to this album, because this one's so easy to listen to. I could see myself, especially back then, when you bought albums, you had a handful of albums that you listened to all the time. And if you bought an album, you're like, fucking thing better be good. And if it was, it's in the rotation, right? It's not like now we're streaming. It's like, oh, I'll listen to this, I'll listen to that. You kind of bounce around. I bounce around a lot. Back then, man, you just had like your core CDs and you kept them in the car and you hid them so somebody wouldn't steal them, because that shit happened all the time too. And yeah, you would just fucking listen to it over and over and over again. And I feel like this one has got to be one of those greats. So I just listen to it over and over again. And then what's really neat is time goes on, right? You listen to it, you grow a little older, other music comes out, you get wrapped up in this, life keeps happening, so on, whatever. And then one day you go, you know what? It's been a while. It's been a while since I put this on. I'm going to put this on. And then it's just this flood of memories, places, people, things you were doing, clothes you were wearing, who was on TV, like all this shit, especially with an album like this where there's so many like pop culture references. So that just makes it super, super fun. Super, super fun. Good times, man. Good times. I can see why Tribe gets so much love. This was a great album too. And then, just those little PSAs. Good for them for trying to do something. Obviously their goal is to be positive and elevate the mind and uplift people. And hey, man, let's literally put in some PSAs. let's try and do anything to get this message out to people about fucking AIDS or whatever, you know? Huh. Good shit. Good shit. Really good shit. Okay. Well, there's 2 music videos. If you're on YouTube, this will conclude the YouTube reaction portion. The video reactions are Patreon only because I don't like dealing with having to blur out the video because that visually it's copyrighted and all that stuff. It's just a pain in the ass. So Patreon's $2 a month. If you want to join, I appreciate it. I thank you.